I mean, that's like compared, like that's what I'm trying to imagine why it would take 100 years.
Maybe it was on the
it was just a postcard.
Maybe he's on the African land snail's back. I looked up the deadliest animals in the world.
Why?
What?
Why did you do that? I thought it was like a segment.
Let's talk about postcard.
All right, we're going to play a game. You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast, the home of sports, gambling, entertainment, and whatever the hell else has gone on this week. So pull up a seat by the fire, crack open a cold one, and make sure to get your bets in. Welcome to the Pine Room.
Then you had ones I don't mind because the wildebeest are the dumbest animals. They're just stupid, and they never fight back.
No, they just
stand there. Everybody runs. There's 5,000 of them.
They don't fight.
And then
You think if they're like, "Hey, me and my 3 best friends, let's fight today." Instead, they just run around, let themselves get picked off.
Leave their
hey, Doug's over there getting mauled. I mean, they don't do anything.
He's got a line on his ass.
Jesus.
Well, Doug got it today. We're gonna leave him.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pine Room Podcast, episode 58, I think.
Yeah.
58. We got a loaded studio here today. Huge studio. And a special guest off to my right who may or may not be joining us throughout the show. Before we get into anything, I need to make a huge announcement for the Pine Room brand, the Pine Room Podcast, the Pine Room Studios. We are happy to announce that we have partnered with the folks at Big Timber Brewing Company. And as of today, May 16th, we are officially releasing the Pine Room Lager to stores and bars around Wheeling.
Yeah.
So, we get a...
It's going to be great.
Yeah, so we partnered with them. We did a lot of talks. It actually took a lot of time to prep and prepare, and we met them in Elkins. They came up to meet us here. But we are having our own beer is going to be in stores and on tap at different bars throughout Wheeling and West Virginia, up north. I had it on the wrong screen. Sorry. Throughout West Virginia, it'll be up north. Waldorf Distribution is going to be distributing up in the northern panhandle. I know we're already in the northern panhandle, but the northern panhandle. And then...
Well, they got Hancock and Brooke County.
Yeah. So they got up there. And then Karen Bauer, our lovely friends at Karen Bauer. We were just... Karen Bauer Ball, she's just been awesome. To work with us, and they are going to be distributing it throughout Wheeling, so you can see it in your favorite restaurants and bars throughout Wheeling, the Pine Room Lager. And then the bigger announcement is that on June 10th, we are going to be heading to Generations, and the event starts at 6 for the official launch party of the beer. You can go to Generations. We're going to have some giveaways, some raffles, we're going to have live music, all kinds of stuff, and you can go there and try the very first batch of the Pine Room Lager, which is super exciting. And I know everybody here in the Pine Room is super, super, super excited. Thanks to the Big Timber people. We just got a text yesterday that one of the guys, Chris, who brews most of the beer, he actually got to try it. Not this Chris. Chris at Big Timber got to try it for the first time.
I was just going to ask when it was done.
And he said he thinks it came out really well.
Yeah, he said it was great. So he tasted it. And we got to go down and we did some tasting. We tried the shit, probably like 8 different beers. And the one that we tried and that we kind of settled on that it's going to be close to, I think a lot of people will like it. It's really similar to like Busch Light, Bud Light, Miller Light.
We talked about it, and we were gonna do something like, we were thinking real pine flavored and kind of real flavorful. Which I'm not saying this one's not flavorful, but we settled on a more traditional beer, something you can sit around and drink a lot of. That's not going to be like super heavy to drink or super overwhelming. So replace it with your Bud Light or your if you drink Busch, Bud, whatever you drink, replace it with Pine Room Lager. You can get it in stores in cans, or you're going to get it on draft, and you'll see these Axe. If you probably see them already, Big Timber Axe. Taps. Tap handles, and they will have the Pine Room Lager on the tap handle, and you can get yourself some good beer. So, thank you to Big Timber for being a part of that, and huge shout out to Soup. Soup was the kind of the spearhead for that whole endeavor, and without him being as absolutely insane as he is, it probably never would have happened.
Soup sounded like that guy that called in today.
Lipton. Yeah. Lipton.
Well, I know it's just coincidence, but it sure sounded like.
Well, and Chris, a lot of those guys that sound similar, they always say, "I'm going to hang up and listen."
Yeah, he always.
Yeah.
They say that a
real
lot.
Quick question, and that question really didn't apply to anything.
He said. So we were talking to the executive director of Wheeling Heritage, and we talked to him about Wheeling and like 29 different construction things going on in Wheeling. And Lipton calls in right after the interview and just asks, "What would you rather find in your attic, a person or 100 cockroaches?"
No, not even close.
No.
What did you answer?
I said cockroaches because
no. Only because that means there's a whole bunch of them.
Sorry, people or person.
Person, not people.
Not people.
120 bodies.
Yeah, I think what you said. You said, "What if it was an old man?" Or no, wait, what if it was an old woman? Well, I said I probably would rather the human or like an old woman because I'd be able to defend myself and push her down. Like,
well, what if she wasn't what if she was demonic?
Well, then I'd probably rather the cockroaches. I said it depends on the human or the person in there.
I'll be honest. I was thinking they're dead.
Oh.
Just like toss the body.
No.
Like
Real people.
They put the dead body. Yeah, and how the hell's the body? How they know to go to the attic? I mean,
how they get there in the first place?
Right.
Well, I said the problem with the cockroaches is they'd just get it. They'd be everywhere.
That's what I was saying. That's why I don't want no parts.
If they got out of the attic, then they're going to be in your room while you sleep.
Yeah, but you can kill cockroaches. Like,
I was thinking there's like a hole in.
No, they don't die, right?
Cockroaches what would you rather hear in your house at night? So you're laying in bed, you just got comfy, like you had like a real good day. Come home, you lay down, you're just getting ready to fall asleep, and either you hear laughter, like a child's laughter, or above you on the floor you hear sprinting, like back and forth.
Probably a child's laughter, for the fact that like it's just a child. Like I'd be able to defend myself easier than if it was somebody like.
Well, no, you don't.
Well, you're beating the shit out of a child. Well, didn't he just say he's going to defend himself?
Definitely a child.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
You're tough.
Yeah, I'm a tough guy because I could beat up a child.
We talked about right before we came on here animals, and you guys asked the question: is a giraffe good at defenses or good at fighting?
Fighters.
Yeah.
No shot.
Yes.
Yeah. You ever seen
But
them
I've
swing
never
them damn necks around?
But I've never
Against
seen them
each
fight.
other, though.
No. Say they will stomp the shit out of a lion. Like,
Yeah, they use
way.
whiplash and all that.
They'll break their own necks.
Wait a minute. You mean they could at least fend off a lion, or they kill the lion?
no, they'll kill them. They'll stomp on them.
Maybe a baby.
No.
The actual king of the jungle, like
They'll
a
stomp
big
on 'em.
badass.
Yeah, they'll
No,
kick them.
I
They'll
don't-
kick them to death.
I don't believe that.
I mean, what do you think? What could a lion do to a giraffe, though?
Bite its leg
Bite its
right
leg.
off.
Yeah.
It would fall
They do
down.
to every other animal.
Yeah, rip it apart.
I mean, I'm Team Giraffe here because I've seen this. Like they go to war
Against
What,
each other, though.
giraffes?
Yeah,
Maybe the most
Well, if they're so
violent.
tough, why is there never a team called the Giraffes?
Maybe we should make one.
Yeah.
The Wheeling Giraffes.
No, like that looks crazy. I
They're
agree.
fighting each other, though.
That looks crazy. I agree.
If you're just watching this, there are two giraffes just smashing each other in the head.
It's on
their
the screen
neck.
it says neck and neck battle.
Well, they say
Giraffes
Oh,
going
wow.
wild.
Yeah, giraffes gone wild.
Well, they say that like giraffes, that swinging of the neck, like they can break each other's neck and kill each other. But no, I've seen one. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find one of trying to find a video of this little
Top giraffe.
First line.
giraffe versus lion moments. Okay,
Now, this is a little unfair. This is a little unfair.
Yeah, there's a whole gang of them.
Well, it looks like an adult on the.
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
See if I can find.
He's slowly bleeding out.
Well, I mean, once.
I mean,
Okay, like take him for a ride.
There's a video.
We might be
Look at that kick. Look at these kicks. Look at that kick.
Yeah, but accuracy is terrible.
I mean, he has no clue.
Well, yeah, if you kick backwards too, you wouldn't know.
That's my point.
That's why I kick forward.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
no.
All right. All right. We're going to get demonetized.
He's rolled.
All right.
So what?
I vote they can fight.
Maybe they can fight humans.
They can fight each other.
Right.
I agree. There's good fighting, I'm sure, between them.
If there was a team and sorry, this is like completely off topic.
Here we go.
That never happened.
If we created like a baseball team here in Wheeling, what would our mascot's name be? I think it'd be the Wheeling Potholes.
No.
Yeah, that's real, though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I agree with that. It's bad.
Yeah, but once the roads are done, and we got to change our name.
Yeah, then what?
We got to change our name.
Yes. I say the Gophers.
There's another useless animal.
What do we see?
Zebra.
A zebra? We watch a lot of animal life here in the studio.
It's relaxed.
It's just a colorful horse.
But if we were
I guess it is.
the Wheeling Bridges, I feel like that's kind of dumb.
Jesus, these are boring.
Gophers.
This is
that's
a hard
pretty good.
question.
How is the potholes not exciting?
Jump
I don't think anyone
Jump
would
wants
come up.
death.
No, I don't want death.
The
I just
Wheeling
want something
flat
that's...
tire.
The executioners.
Yeah, there you go.
The wheel and execution.
There you go.
That's too long of a name, though.
Speaking of death, we sent transition here.
Uplifting.
We sent a message to our good friend Tom, who works down at the penitentiary. Chris, the last time you were here, we were talking about how we're getting ready to go stay at the penitentiary. Say you're coming to that.
No chance.
Yes, you guys.
Yeah.
We need. Do we really need 20 people?
Yeah,
You
we
got-
need a lot of people.
I think it's
If we need me, I'll go.
Red said he was flying in.
Yeah, Red's coming. But no, you can. I think you can. I think 20 is like the minimum. I think.
Minimum.
I think.
Then we're gonna have the big
I'll
guy.
go
Yeah.
then. If I need it, I'll
Well,
show.
we can DoorDash.
We'll bring
with,
some
like, the
pound and
big,
beer
like,
in there,
food
too.
Yeah.
and
That's
beer.
your biggest worry.
Well, no. Well, I
don't think
I
don't
there
mind
for 6
no.
hours.
That place is so overblown.
I hope something
The
whips you by the
penitentiary.
hair.
What do you mean?
There is a better shot of there being Abraham Lincoln in that building than there is any,
Spirits?
Yes.
Well, you guys bought into all those stories that they were telling.
I
down there.
didn't.
But that guy's ended up with scratches on his back.
I don't believe a
I
fucking
might
word.
not be going.
No,
Yeah,
there's
shove it
I
back.
have a picture of it on my phone. I'll have to find it.
It's
It-
just random worker's back with a scratch on it. Joe had the picture.
He probably did it himself.
I want people to send in ghost stories because I'm not a disbeliever, an unbeliever, a
Sounds like
non-believer,
it.
a non-believer. I'm not a non-believer, but I've never ever been or witnessed anything that could ever remotely come close to proving that any of that's real. There's no way.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
You
But
haven't
that's
seen-
but that's different. There's probability of there being aliens because of the probability of there being life on another planet, and there's billions of different planets. There's no other foundation for ghosts around. Also, another just diverging pathway here. I don't know. So last podcast, we had a different setup, and I sat in where Chris is sitting right now, and I just happened to put a pillow over top of my waist. This because it was comfortable, and I didn't want it in my the crook of my my hip. So I put the pillow onto my
Your waistline.
Your lap.
like my lap, and I just hung out. Now, I don't know this person. I know that they listen to the podcast, and they have been following for quite some time now because they comment on every now and then. But I got a gripe here because it's not like we have a lot of thousands of followers where comments get drowned out by each other. This comment, the first comment on this post, it was a post about us talking about what were we talking about?
We were talking about the doctor.
The doctors. And this guy, Tyler, he says, my man on the left, who is me, is doing the old tuck trick using the pillow to hide the hammer. But to be fair, nothing gets me revved up like a good doctor's appointment.
Jesus Christ.
The hammerhead.
I don't know where he came up with that.
My thing is, why is that the first thing that you think about?
I was a little confused on why he said that, too. I read that. I was like, that was the first thing that he thought. I don't know how he even noticed it.
I'm driving to Drovers, and I get the notification on my phone, and I literally couldn't speak. I was like, say, you got to go look at the first comment.
Well, because yesterday, or 2 days ago, Nick, who's been on here several times, he said to me, he said, hey, did you see that, or something like, yeah, I can't remember what he said. Something about seeing that comment on the post. And I said, no, I didn't see it because I have the notifications for the Pine Room off my phone because Soup turned the notifications off for the Pirates, and they post at like 3 a.m. every day. So I don't have notifications on. And I went back and looked, and I couldn't believe it. Anyway,
Tucking trick, Job. You ain't fooling nobody.
Anyway,
Job's nickname is the Hammerhead.
But back to the prison. Yeah, that's going to be happening here in the springtime. We're going to be going to the prison and get locked in for not 12 hours, but from like 10 till 4, I think. 10 till 6, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
thought we were going to go to breakfast.
Yeah, then we go to breakfast.
If we make it out.
Great.
Who would be the first to die in a horror movie?
In a horror movie?
Yeah.
No.
It's either both of us together or just him.
No, I'm hiding. I'll never be alone.
I'd say Soup.
I want to ask you this question: Who's the first to lose or be eliminated on Survivor?
Like the TV show?
Yeah, cool.
Either him or
Naked and Afraid.
I'm making it to the finals.
in Survivor.
You couldn't do anything at one time.
What Survivor show are we talking about? Like Survivor in the Woods or like
Survivor?
Like where they do it's kind of like the challenge where they do all like the little.
Yeah.
I think are we talking about just living in the Survivor?
The show that's on CBS.
Yeah, Survivor.
Yeah. That's the one.
Don't you get voted off?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm making.
Well, Nick definitely would get voted. Nick would get voted. I would be if I was on any show with Nick. I'm voting him off immediately, and anybody else would too.
Nobody would be able to trust him, or what?
Well, he's
just an asshole.
Nick would piss the wrong person
I can't
off.
wait till
he's gonna hear this. He'd be so mad.
Yeah, he would. I'm not there to defend
No, and he
myself.
knows. He absolutely knows he would too. He knows.
Well, you guys watch Naked and Afraid. That's even worse.
That
show is so stupid.
Stupid. How much money for you to do that?
Would I have to finish? I'm not going to make it through. I know that.
What? Naked and Afraid?
I wouldn't make it through.
What is it, 2 weeks that they're supposed to do that?
Yeah. It's a long-ass
What
time.
if you had to do it in Wheeling?
Like in downtown?
Where the hell they gonna
naked?
Through the city, yeah.
Jesus.
You mean
like you can stand by Perkins
without being arrested, or
you just stand there on the corner with a help, with a sign, help, any help,
God bless. This is again another tangent off with
Here
these.
we go.
This has always been amazing to me that homeless people or like the panhandlers always have the default loadout. Like they always have the cardboard. How do they get it? How do they get a cardboard with a marker? They all have it.
I don't know where they get the
It's
marker.
a spawn in it.
Here,
Spawn in
all
with
right,
it.
just to preface it, because I got a gripe about this too. Just to
They
preface,
spawn in with it.
if you're out on your luck and you're genuinely out there and you genuinely cannot get a job and you're struggling and you're having a hard time, maybe you're hurt or something, you can't. I feel bad for you, genuinely. But if you're just somebody that goes in the corner just to beg for money because you don't feel like doing anything else,
how many of those are doing that?
Probably I'd say a lot.
I would say a large majority.
There was actually a guy at St. C. He used to hand out these little cards if you gave him money.
Like go to heaven?
Yes, heaven card. Oh my God. I did it and I was young. I kept it in my wallet, which I had a wallet when I was a kid and I didn't have one most of my adult life. But I have one now, though. I have one now. But back then, I'll never forget. Like, I was so happy about it. And it was like 2 years later, my mom told me, like, oh, no, they found out he had a car and, like, everything. See,
it's horrible.
I read something, or no, some lady said that, like, on a good day out there, she'd make like $130, like, on a good day.
Might as well just be a substitute teacher. That's how much they
Well, yeah, it's like they wake up in their tents or whatever and say, "Well,
have you seen
my shift?"
Have you seen the homeless encampment in Wheeling?
What?
Yeah, it's
The homeless
disgusting.
encampment?
Where is it?
It's like down.
Along the creek.
Yeah, along the creek by
where,
Perkins.
yeah, where those warehouses are, like those old warehouses.
Yeah,
it's like a civilization. It's horrific.
I always wonder when I see those people, whether, like you were saying, if it's legit. I always wonder, like, how did they get to that point in their life?
That I've always thought about that
like,
too.
Do you not have any friends and no family? Did you just get on drugs and
I know?
I would say that's probably that.
My dad,
that's the
Coach. I wish he
majority
was here. He was supposed to be on tonight, but he's probably napping right now. He gave a guy, I think he gave a guy $5, and the guy asked if that was all. And
that would piss me off.
I'd take it back.
He wanted to, and I can't remember what Coach said he went nuts.
He probably took off.
Hey, I did have to laugh at old Ace one time. That those guys pissed him off, and he slowed down, and the guy was on the corner, and Ace rolls his window down, thinking the guy thinks he's going to give him money, and he says, "Hey, why don't you go get a fucking job?"
Ace said that? Oh, that's fucking awesome. That's great. That's great.
There was one time where I pulled up to a stoplight and I went out to give like the money, and the light turned green. And I didn't know if they saw me or not.
You fake it out?
So I had it out, and then the light turned green, so I went. And right as I went, they looked at me with the money in my hand, and I never forgot about that.
There's a lot that they like congregate in the underpasses at like PNC Park, like up underneath the
form an army.
No, they like live underneath
under the bridges.
What
Well, I think they're starting to go to different areas now of Wheeling. They're like
they're always
one's down at like the corner here by the studio. One's like up by the bridge.
Talk about them like they're animals.
Well, no, Wheeling's popular.
Hibernating.
Wheeling's one of the more popular places around.
Why?
Given amount of money given out.
Yeah, we're the friendly city, so we give shit to people who don't deserve it.
No, I'm not included in that group. I don't give
Is it frowned
shit.
upon if I like give him a stick of gum?
That probably smack it out of your hand.
No.
I'd be like, Ace, you gotta get a fucking job.
Yeah.
I wonder if having casinos
love that
is why
line.
they all like I wonder if having a casino in your town makes more people homeless, because I could see.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, man, that's a good thought, Cools.
On my string of giving people credit that probably don't deserve it. One of my big credit things is for people that sit at the slot machines for hours and hours and hours and hours and smoke and drink. Good for you, because I couldn't fucking do it. There's no way in hell. I mean,
Good for you.
Matt,
they got all their vices. They got smoking, drinking, and gambling.
I wish Matt were here, because he told us like how early people go into the casino and start on the machines and just go and go and go and go. I watched some story, or read some story on a documentary. No, I didn't read it. I watched it, but there was a lady who was like a millionaire, like a born into money, like millions of dollars, and she had a big house, gambled it all away, every penny of it, and lives in like a 1-bedroom apartment in like some downtown city, and it's awful. It's awful, and her son has to lend her money.
That's horrifying.
So that she can survive.
What a dumbass.
Yes. You can't have sympathy for that.
Jarrett's not holding back today.
People are just stupid. They're so dumb.
Well, and I just wonder how many people they get up early and tell them, so today's the day.
Yeah.
Today's the day I'm going to hit for $5,000.
Even.
Even what do you think the biggest deficit somebody came out of a casino?
Like in one night?
In one night.
Oh, million. Yeah, definitely.
Millions?
Absolutely.
Now, somebody rich.
Yeah, obviously.
Is what
Oh, yeah,
you mean, like
sure.
a normal.
I'm saying like if normal like income person.
Probably like 100,000, I bet.
People definitely put their whole like house, try to lose their house and try to win
Well,
it
it's like
back.
those idiots that like
They keep
that
chasing, right?
Like somebody would bet on like Michigan State, or like Michigan money line against Appalachian State like years ago when Appalachian State got upset.
Right.
And they think they're like minus 5,000 to win the game, and they put like 20,000 to win like $1,000.
Yeah, why do people do that?
Like they
think
think
it's
it's easy money.
guaranteed.
They think it's easy guaranteed
Yeah, but the
money.
risk is doesn't even.
It's like a 90% chance you'll win, though.
But very
but in the off percentage chance that you don't win,
and that's the thing. When it's like that big of a favorite, you win. You put like 100,000, you win like $1,000.
Champ
will do that. Like he'll bet like the Dodgers against the A's.
Yeah, Champ
Dodgers
on the money line.
He'll
put
bet like
$5.
$5.
He put down
like 75 cents.
Yeah, he put down a $10 bet to win 37 cents.
He says, a win is a win.
Right, a win is a yeah.
Anyway, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, just got done grinding the gnar out there on the surf. Figured I'd get my rounds in on the old skatey board. What's up with that totally lame drip drop you're wearing, man? You gotta get fresh, my homie. Good thing the Pine Room Shop has some sick new merch to splurge out on this summer. Look at this sick new fanny pack to keep my snacky poos in. Oh, and these swim trunks? Yeah, Pine Room Shop's got them too. How about these sick Pine Room slide flippity flops for my little footsies? Yeah, go to the Pine Room Shop right now, my home slice, and get that new gear. Cha! I'm gonna go throw down a boneless backside burley. Hopefully I don't break my brain bucket. Later, dude.
All right, welcome back into the Pine Room Podcast. I'm trying to get off the habit of welcoming back in because the break is like 30 seconds, so it's not like you're going and doing shit for that amount of time. Anyway, a couple things I want to just hit real quick before we do anything. New Soup and stuff out. Go check that out on our YouTube. You can go. He talked to Nico Petridis, who's an aspiring MMA star. Went to West Liberty for a time with some of us guys. Pine Room Burger. Go check it out. Generations. Go get the burger. It's good. It's good. It's got smashed tater tots on it, queso, boom boom sauce, pepper jack cheese on Texas toast. I mean, come on.
I thought when you first told me that, I said, "What the hell is boom boom sauce?"
Boom boom. Yeah, it's like a Chipotle. Like
I like it though.
Listen, if it's a good burger, go get it. If you don't get it, unsubscribe.
Then what are you going to wash it down with?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Pine Room Lager, June 10th. Save it until June 10th. If you don't want to eat it burger, save it till June 10th. Wash it down with a big ice-cold pint of Pine Room Lager at Generations June 10th at 6 o'clock. You can go hang out and talk to us there. We're going to do some giveaways, some live music, and a bunch of stuff you can go enjoy. Yeah, send us an email. Come on. Send us a damn email. Nobody sends us emails. Contact thepineroompodcast.com. Send us something.
What do you want?
Yeah, I don't really know what.
Like, send us a topic. Send us a we're doing good, or if I'm like.
We should do that on Instagram again, where you remember you putting out like the topic.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was fun.
Maybe we'll do that again.
But listen to all the stuff that we've done so far. If you haven't listened to our radio show yet, you can listen to that Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Mondays from 2 to 3, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 3. If you haven't listened to anyone so far, you can go on our YouTube and listen to all the archived ones in the live section of YouTube. But yeah, that's as far as announcements that I have and stuff to cover. I want to hit some of these news and notes. We got some new stuff on here from the last time that we were checking this out. I don't think we even hit this last time when we were in here. We talked about that one kid that pepper sprayed the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was it. And then Chris, I want to, because you sent a text in. I don't even know the guy. I don't know the circumstances, but Doc Rivers fired by 76ers today.
He's terrible. He's one of the worst in basketball.
And the reason I did that, because Matt was just on a rampage about Harden and Embiid. And didn't really say anything about Doc Rivers, but I sent in a text. You may have heard this stat that throughout his coaching career, he's had 33 games that he's coached where they could have won the series and they've lost.
Yeah,
that's
so insane. That's terrible. And I'm not saying, but he's a retread now. This is like his fourth team.
They always are good in the regular season. They have the best players, like in terms
exactly. And you know the postseason is a totally different thing. Totally different. So
you give Eric Spoelstra those teams that he's had over the career, and he would have way more rings.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing with Matt as far as Embiid and Harden. I think, but I mean, Rivers has to share some.
What do
of the
you
blame.
think, Say?
Yeah, I mean, he had the big three in Boston That was like the first big three in a while. He won 1 ring.
Yes.
And then the Clippers were really good teams. They'll have Hall of Famers. He didn't even make a conference finals with them.
No.
He hasn't made a conference finals with the Sixers.
He's going to the Eastern semis. That's as far as he's got 3 straight years. That's not hard to do.
With the MVP,
yes.
And then he was runner-up last year for MVP. It's bad.
Well, speaking of bad shit, body found in Arby's freezer.
Not our Arby's.
No,
I was just there like last week. I was there last week.
He looked terrified when you said that.
I was like, I should have known about that.
Yeah, you went. What'd you get?
Sweet Heat.
What,
it's a new burger.
Is that good?
What's on it?
Well, you know me, I got it plain, but it has this new Sweet Heat sauce, little like sweet, but also has a spice, and it was great.
Good.
Where?
At Arby's, new.
What is it?
It's called the Sweet Heat Chicken Sandwich.
Oh, chicken. Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
You said burger.
Yeah, I did say burger, but it's chicken sandwich.
Famously on this podcast, I'm a big seasonal guy. I try to get seasonal things like that are only limited amount of time. I'm a huge cranberry Sprite guy. I'm a huge
Sounds terrible.
I'm a huge cinnamon Coca-Cola guy. When that comes out during the year, a huge McRib guy.
Oh yeah,
I've never had
And
one.
it came out for the last time this past year.
You know what's gross is the Filet-O-Fish. If anybody eats that,
what?
that's
that's
the filet.
I've never had it.
That McDonald's
Isn't
goes
that
straight
bad?
to the Ohio River, grabs a catfish, and
Oh
cooks it.
shit! Oh,
Is
that's
that-
good.
wait, you
fish.
like it?
It's Alaskan cod.
I don't
Yes.
care what you say. If you eat that Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's in Woolwood or Elm Grove, it's disgusting.
I had tartar sauce for the first time today.
Tartar sauce is good.
Never
you
had
use it for your
Fish and chips.
Fish chips.
Yeah, good stuff.
I've never
Not
had
Good
bad.
stuff.
As much fish as you eat, that's your
Well, don't you ever? Well, you obviously you've had Coleman's, right?
Yeah,
But you never put-
had it. No, I
What do you
just
put on it?
ketchup. Big
Okay.
ketchup guy.
mac
Big
and
ketchup
cheese.
I used to do that too.
But anyway, the last thing that I had from Arby's, probably that I'll never ever let slide, is the pork belly sandwich.
That was the last thing you've had from Arby's? Jesus, that was like 8 years ago.
I don't remember eating at Arby's. I don't remember.
Yeah,
That's the
actually,
last
I
time I
can't
had.
remember. I haven't been.
Wonder
to
how
Arby's in
healthy
forever.
that was.
I'm gonna tell you,
Well, it
Chris,
was
it was
just-
the
yeah.
worst fucking thing I've ever put in my body, ever.
It was probably that body they found.
I took
Yeah.
I took a
Well,
bite of
basically-
it, and it looked like if you congealed like Vaseline and like put it in a brick. That's what.
Well, I
That's
thought it was just like they literally took the belly of a pig, just
That's
cut
what
it
they
off
did.
and put
That's
it on
disgusting.
a sandwich.
But what they
But they
do
didn't
in
cook
like
it.
what they do in barbecue places like in Texas or in Louisiana or places where they really do good barbecue, they will like really char those up so it's like burn ends. Like kind of like burn ends, and they'll do pork belly, and it'll be really like crispy, and it'll also be a little like real tender. But this thing that I chewed on, it was like literally if I took a bite out of your leg, like that's the same consistency of.
You don't know what my. Okay.
what? Nah, never mind.
I actually have a problem with Arby's,
Go ahead.
and it's the people of Wheeling, really. I guess more of. If you go there for lunch or something, the line will be to the gas station like pumps.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's bull. I like Arby's. Nobody likes that much to get in that line, and it pisses me off when I see it every time. I try to get gas. I have to go to the other one by Wendy's and all that because it's like
It's that far back.
you can't
No,
even
it's
turn
bad.
into the gas station
Did
because they're
people
that
like
back.
Arby's that much?
They're also really slow in Elm Grove Arby's. I'll say that.
I can't imagine them having much help there. What, Chris? What's your favorite fast food? I feel like we talked about.
Well,
this.
you're not a big fast food guy, are you?
Yeah, I like it. I like it too much.
Oh.
I'm an Arby's guy. I
That's
like
your
Arby's.
go-to?
Really?
That's your favorite.
I like Arby's.
I've never said to myself, "Man, Arby's sounds."
What's your
good."
favorite?
I just like it. Like it, just a plain.
Well, we used to go to Arby's
roast
pretty
beef.
often.
roast beef. Ooh.
Yep, roast beef.
I've
I
never,
love it.
I've
good.
never had their roast
Beef
beef.
and cheddar.
You used
What?
I still do it.
No, him. He eat the pig stomach or whatever, but he hasn't had a roast beef sandwich from
Like
Arby's.
a beef and cheddar solid. You know?
I've never had it. Actually, I think I might have had it once before, but I don't remember what it was like. I just know
You
that.
didn't even remember you went to an NFL game, so you don't remember
yeah.
anything.
Yeah. It's,
What'd you ask? What my
What's your
favorite was?
favorite, yeah.
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
I love Wendy's. I love Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Wendy's is my
what do you
favorite.
like? The burger.
Dave's
or-
Double.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
You
love
put a
that.
Dave's Double in my
That's
beak.
so
I
What do you
will-
get? What do you get on it? Anything?
Just what it comes with.
he
I
actually-
don't like it with lettuce though. I try to get the lettuce
Is like
off
a chunk
of
of
it.
tomato on there?
No.
You know, I think that those fast food places with tomatoes, I think the tomatoes suck. When I go to Subway, I never ask for tomatoes.
I feel like they're just unnecessary. Tomatoes and lettuce.
I like them, but you say they're bullshit.
Yeah.
Altogether.
Yeah. What's that? The flavor it is umami. Is it umami? Umami. Yeah. Umami is like a. It's like not a.
Nothing.
It's not a. I might be getting this wrong. It's like not a I'm phoning a friend right now.
Right.
It's not
He's
like
sitting right behind you.
Your tongue has different spots for different things, like salty, sour. But umami isn't on any of those. It like is. It's like.
Wait, hold on. So what
is that right?
Where is umami coming from?
Umami.
Where does this?
That's the flavor of tomato. Umami.
Oh.
What
the fuck is that, man?
Umami. I'm telling you right now. A tomato.
Where do you learn this fucking shit? I mean, how do you know this?
When he's up at 5 a.m.
Exactly.
Tomatoes are one of the best based sources of umami flavor. In fact, their sweet yet savory flavor comes from their high glutamic acid content. And then umami, I'm going to see if I can find the definition for umami while I'm also switching the monitor here. Umami flavor. Umami, or savoriness, is one of the 5 basic tastes, which I didn't know that. It has been described as savory and is characteristics of broths and cooked meats.
So you should just say savory.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think that's what it was. I thought umami was different.
No. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's also known as savory. So savory is an easier word.
It says that taste includes sweet, sour, bitter, or salty.
Yeah. So every taste.
Umami means essence of deliciousness.
They must use that. What was that sign?
That's crazy. I spelled that correctly.
Tomatoes are fucking.
I've never even heard of that, and I spelled. I could be in a fucking.
I would like to like them. Wait, time out. What are you talking about?
Right now, I just typed in umami on my phone. I spelled it right. I couldn't believe it. UMAMI.
Jesus. Okay.
Well, no, I was asking him something different right before.
What were you asking?
Well, you said salty. Oh. It has a salty flavor, and then before the break, there was
what burger was that again?
What you should have said picture. What was the restaurant?
Sonic.
He says, oh.
Yeah. Well, Sonic
the marquee.
Huge release. If you haven't listened to this.
Yes, new cum burger.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoy our cum burger. CUM. Yes, and then it actually just says enjoy our cum burger. So a picture. I wish I could. You can't probably see this on the camera, but it was a picture of a Sonic marquee, and something must have blown off. But I don't know. I'm not sure what it looks like.
It looked like there was a space between the
C and the U. But what is it? The chum burger? That's like the fucking chum bucket.
Plankton works.
Yeah, the chum bucket. But like,
right.
I don't know.
Scum?
Clum? I'm trying to think.
Crumb? No.
Maybe something off the M, too?
Maybe that's what they meant.
I don't know. Enjoy.
Yeah, maybe they do have cum burgers.
New Sonic line.
Wonder how they made that.
Maybe they do.
There's your new seasonal burger to try. Oh, Jesus.
Right.
Where were we? How did we get here? Oh, because there was a dead body found in the freezer of Arby's.
Yeah.
I don't know the scenario surrounding that. I'm going to look it up while we're talking here. But what do you think is the worst as far as
we found a picture of the cum burger.
It's not real.
It doesn't look good.
No.
It does not look good. I think it's real.
It's a glaze.
This is not good.
Oh,
this
man.
is
That's
not good. This says officials in southern Louisiana are investigated after a woman was found in the freezer of Arby's restaurant, police say Friday. The body of the woman, an employee at the restaurant in New Iberia, was found shortly after 6 p.m. Thursday. It's trying to find some...
She get locked in there, I guess?
No other details were released.
What, they murdered?
Yeah. Wonder if she was crunchy.
They trip and fall in there.
Her arm got chopped off.
Do you think she was crunchy when they pulled her out?
Crunch.
I would say she probably was. Yeah, I would say she probably was. Other things in our news bulletin sheet. Anything else you want to hit on?
Well, I like John Morant got caught with a gun again on
I don't
Instagram
understand
Live.
it though, because he's allowed to have a gun. I
don't either, but at the same time,
he can't just be flaunting it on.
Well, I
social
think
media.
I read
he's a
something.
role
There's
model,
like a gun policy in the NBA.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yes,
there
it's
is in
against
the NBA.
probably in the Players Association.
Yep,
I'm sure
that's
they
what it
have.
is.
See,
Because it's not like real legal trouble, but it's within the NBA.
Well, what's
Yeah.
the problem? He just can't own a gun.
No, you can, but you can't. I think
Flaunt it?
I think post with it. Yeah.
Okay. I get
Well,
it.
yeah,
He's a
section
role model, so I get it. But
Section 9 of Article 6, which explicitly prohibits players possessing a firearm of any kind in numerous settings. Players must also notify their teams about firearms and provide proof of registration. So, yeah, again,
How the hell did you find it that quick?
but John, he's still an
technology.
idiot. I mean,
Just because he already got in trouble
Yeah.
with the same thing.
hey,
And that was only like 3 weeks ago, a month
Yeah,
ago.
like-
So he didn't learn anything.
It happened, and then the Lakers put him out the playoffs, and then this.
Yeah.
professional leagues love doing that shit where they send like John Morant to like a rehab center for a week, and now all of a sudden,
And he was
What?
rehabilitated.
well, that's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
he-
like Bob Huggins going to sensitivity training.
yeah,
That's
They'll
like-
go for a
Yeah,
day.
that-
Yeah,
Now
that's.
he's a
I'm
whole
sure
new man.
that's going to go over well. But
I'm
good
looking
job,
at
John.
I'm looking at these on here. It's been on here for literally probably 6 weeks, and I've never mentioned it, which I don't know why I never.
I wonder
did.
which one you're going to mention.
What do you think I'm going to mention?
Well, because I just looked it up. I looked one up too that's been on here for a long time.
Mine's probably not the same one. African land snail found in the luggage at a Michigan airport.
How big?
No,
is
mine's
it?
one right underneath that, the 100-year-old postcard.
Oh, all right. Wait, I just heard somebody talking about that. I heard somebody talking about early
where
on another podcast, I think. But I was looking at this African land snail. It's not. I don't think it's a big. What do they call it? What is it? What's a snail?
I hate
a
snails.
Oh man, what's the
Slug?
scientific name? A
Mollusk.
mollusk. Yeah, mollusk.
Mollusk. They're actually huge. They're like the size of your hand. They're like
Ew.
that big.
Disgusting.
Go ahead.
Well,
Chris.
no, this has been on here quite a while too. It says Michigan woman receives 100-year-old postcard in the mail. It was the article about it was published in the Detroit Free Press, but I just want to read you part of what this card said. This is from 1920.
Okay.
And this is who is it from? Do you know?
It didn't say, but I don't know because it was kind of a boring story, so I didn't.
Yeah.
But I'll read this real quick. It's not very long, but it says, "Dear cousins, hope this will find you all well. We are quite well, but mother has awful lame knees. It is awful cold here. I just finished my history lesson. I am going to bed pretty soon. My father is shaving, and my mother is telling me your address. I will have to close for a night. Hope Grandma and Grandpa are well. Don't forget to write us. Roy gets his pants fixed yet. Did Roy get his pants fixed yet?
Maybe
That-
that's Roy
That was
C.
1920.
You think when they delivered that postcard, they said that they delivered it and they said, "Well, I hope it wasn't a rush."
I wonder what they like a
And I don't know how it
tadpole.
got how it got delivered to her 100 years later, but it must have taken a lot of
They like
rides and
put
mail
it
trucks.
maybe like a bunch of like ants put it on their back and took it like
Yeah, right.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But I like imagining.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I mean that's like compared like that's what I'm trying to imagine why it would take 100 years.
Maybe
Yeah,
it was
it-
on
yeah,
the
it was just a
maybe-
postcard.
Maybe he's
Like-
on the African land snail's back. I looked up the deadliest animals in the world.
Why?
What?
Why did you do that? I thought it was like a segment. or something.
Like talking about postcard.
All right, we're gonna play a game.
What?
We're playing a game. All right, what do you think on the list of 23 animals across the entire world? What do you think is number 3 on this list, or number 23? Sorry, the least of 23. Give me a ballpark guess for what you think is
Sea lion.
the
I
20.
was going to say a sea
sea
otter.
The sea lion.
Sea otter.
Yeah.
I didn't know otters were dangerous.
so did this thing actually kill people? Number
This
23?
has killed people. It has killed people in the past.
Like, would a shark be in there?
Is it a land ant?
Sharks.
I mean,
That's it?
Shark is 23.
Holy shit.
No way.
Yeah,
Holy
shark
hell,
is number
Chris.
23.
No, I was just guessing. It had to be in a top
There are
20.
5 deaths per year.
Wait, so
From
this
a
is
shark.
based off how many it kills, not its capabilities of like killing people.
Kill count a year.
I
Oh,
guess,
you want
yeah.
counts.
Yeah.
You want kill count.
So this is
I want their body count.
Yeah, 23 is sharks. They have 5 kills per year.
That ain't
Well, I tell you
shit.
what,
That's a lie.
I thought they'd be a lot higher.
There's only
5 a year?
Yeah,
5
I
a
feel
year.
like
I guess you can
shark
live with
attack-
no
shark
arms.
attacks
It says-
aren't that common, I feel like.
The notorious Jaws, they dined on 5 humans and 1 dog.
Oh,
Damn.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Well, they
because
get all the
ones-
attention and they get
They
their
live
own
with
TV
they
show.
have one
I
arm.
like how it was like 5 humans. Okay, 1 dog.
Because how did the dog get out there? Humans choose to be out
Yeah.
there. The
Oh.
dog just,
Well, some dogs like swimming.
yeah.
I mean, maybe.
But did he pick to do it? Like, hey, I'm a swimmer.
Oh, holy shit! Look at that shark on the TV.
You know what's something really messed
Nurse
up? Talking
shark.
about dogs swimming. I looked up I heard about the longest time a dog has swam, and it swam 9.5 miles
For what?
for 6 hours and 23 minutes to receive the Guinness World Record.
Good for him.
And my thing is, it's not like the dog said, "Yeah, I want to go swimming."
Just stuck out
Right.
there.
They just stuck him in the water and made him swim. That's horrible.
Boy, hey, well, at least he won.
Anyway, let's go back to death. Number 22. What do we think?
Jesus, we're gonna go through the whole thing.
Well, no, I'm going to do the lower 5 than the top 5.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Another one tonight. God.
All right,
20 is 22 on
22.
land?
It's a land animal.
Small or big?
Medium.
Ostrich.
Nah, but they can be
dog.
big. Kind of.
Wolf.
Yep, wolves. 10
Wow.
people
We're
per
not
year.
doing pretty good.
10 people per year a wolf kills. This is an oddball. Number 21. 20 people a year are killed by these.
Land. Sea.
Land.
Bug.
No. Bug.
Small or big?
Snake.
No.
Small or big?
Big.
Ooh, elephant.
No.
Dude.
Smaller than an elephant.
Smaller. Lion.
Hippo.
Bigger than a lion.
Tiger.
No.
Not a hippo?
Horses.
Oh, geese.
Horses. And then I'll go to 20, and then we'll go down to the top 5. All right, here we go. 20. This is a land animal. 29 people a year.
Big or small?
Say you like these things.
Bear.
No.
He's probably making it up.
No.
Small or big? Medium?
Does he even
Medium.
like animals?
Jaguar.
Close.
Leopard.
Yep.
There you go.
Fucking
Dude,
Where do they
what
kill them?
about
Like in the
leopards?
mountains?
Give me the top 5, okay?
All right, here we go.
All right.
What, you don't like guessing?
Wait, a leopard kills how many people a year?
Tyler's
29
getting
people a year.
impatient.
Damn,
I
what
just,
dumbass
want the
get killed by a
killers.
leopard?
I want the real killers.
All right, so here's a tie. This is a tie for number 5. Even though it says 7, the list is all messed up. This is a tie for the 2 of the deadliest bugs
Bugs?
on the. Oh shoot!
Bugs.
I fucked it up.
Black widow.
Mosquitoes.
No, okay, so they're bugs.
Scorpion. That's something.
First one kills 10,000 people a year.
Gotta be a mosquito, right?
Mosquito.
No,
That might be
assassin bug transmits a dangerous
is that?
parasite through its feces.
Well, I don't want. I don't want to see a picture of that.
And then
that'd
tied
freak me
again
out.
is another bug, kills another 10,000 people a year.
I don't know any bugs.
Bees.
It's called the tsetse fly, the tsetse fly. African sleeping sickness is caused by a parasite transmitted by the tsetse fly.
Jeez,
That's got to be in other countries. I've never even heard.
Yeah,
of
man.
It says if you're bit by this thing, death will eventually occur over the several years of
That's
infection.
miserable.
Yeah.
So like you
years?
get bit and you know you're gonna die.
Well, it's like, what if like
That's way too
your
easy.
you got
Now-
news of like your grandpa
Thi-
died? Would he die by a tsetse fly?
Tsetse fly. This is nuts. Number 4 on this list. I would not have guessed this is number 4 on
Land
this
or
list.
water?
Land.
Are we familiar with it?
We're very familiar with it.
Dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
25,000 people a year are killed by dogs.
Other country
Jeez.
dogs be real
Maulings and
different.
bites from rabid dogs are both to blame for 25
canine.
dog-related deaths. 3.
Wow.
This is a pretty easy one.
Black widow.
Lion.
No.
Anaconda.
Snakes. 50,000 people a year.
Jesus, 50,000.
Number
people
2 on the
a year?
list.
That's a city.
How are there even
That's a
people?
city.
How are there people still on Earth?
Just wiped out.
How are there still people on Earth? Like
People
we
keep
multiply.
on
How
having
many people running into snakes?
All right,
Yeah.
next one on the list, number 2. This is kind of a trick question.
How so?
land
No
or
hints?
sea?
Land.
lion.
Humans.
What?
475,000 people per year. And then number 1 on the
That's
list,
dumb as fuck. Mosquitoes.
bang, mosquitoes.
Yeah.
1 million people per year.
What a
According to the World Health Organization,
Insects are stupid.
mosquito
stupid.
bites kill 1 million people per year. Most of these caused by malaria through West Nile virus and dengue fever are also potential deadly mosquito-borne diseases. I get bit by mosquitoes and I just,
You
Peel
just
it off.
chew your skin away.
yeah. Isn't that nuts, though? Other places you get bit by one and you're dead.
Well, didn't one of you guys get bit by a tick?
I did, yeah.
I did too.
Yeah, Jarrett couldn't
Those
even
fucking
get his
things are
eyeball
dangerous.
almost
Yeah,
out.
I get bit by a tick and got Lyme
Didn't
Lyme
you get,
disease and
Bell's palsy?
and got Bell's. But thank God I got the Bell's palsy. If anybody doesn't know what Bell's palsy
Oh,
is,
yeah.
I
No, not
woke
thank
up.
God you got it.
Well, yeah, no, it was a good thing I got it because I wouldn't have known I had Lyme disease and I wouldn't have known I got bit. Because I
never felt it?
I never. I did. Well, I did. I had a. I got bit by a tick on my side. I was weed eating it in deep brush and got bit by a tick and I had a bullseye on my side. And I didn't think anything of it. I didn't really. I just kind of disregarded it and woke up one day and the left side of my face wouldn't work. I literally,
Yeah.
I smiled and just one
And
side of my face.
for anybody that's listening to this, Jarrett always has something wrong with him. Always.
I don't know about that.
Always. Bell's palsy, his eyes are
He
swollen
took
shut.
out pre-workout and damn near
Your
a heart
skin
attack.
falls off. You got
Gets hit in the head with a line drive.
you got just everything. You're sick. You got the influenza.
I don't get sick. I don't get sick. You
I
get
get
sick.
sick.
Cooley gets sick.
I like being
I'm
sick.
sick
That's
once a
just-
month.
Here we go again.
Mike, no, I'm
Here we
not
go.
saying in a
What?
way that
Here
I
we
like.
fucking go.
No, now hold on. I don't say it as like I enjoy it as
No,
I
you don't.
enjoy an ice cream bar or whatever. But
Bar.
No, when you're sick, it's like you're dying.
when I'm
It's
sick,
always the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
but I don't get sick often.
So why do you
when you
like
do,
that?
Yeah.
But I'm saying you get when you're sick for a day and a half, even though you feel like absolute dog shit, you don't have
It's because you
anything
don't
to
have-
worry about in the world. You can lay in bed and die.
Being sick in your head.
No,
pal.
you easily could.
Well, not die, but I mean, you'd lay in bed, you get things not served to you. I don't anymore, but you still got to function as a human being. But like, you can lay in bed and just wait till you're better, and you don't have to really have any responsibilities, even if you're an adult.
Not always.
Yeah, but then once you
Like
get back to health, then any
all
work
piled
piles
up.
up. Right.
Oh yeah, I know that. But I mean, for this, but it's inevitable. You can't if you're sick, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to accept it, and then
Let it
Well,
run
some
its
people
course.
still have to go to work when they're sick.
Yeah.
not. I mean, who?
Like I had to go. Like I had to coach a game.
But you have sick days. You can call off sick.
But I had baseball, so I still went to the game.
But I'm saying you could call off sick if you absolutely needed to.
Do you guys think Hitler had sick days?
No.
Yes.
he had whatever he
Yeah,
wanted?
I
he
think
could do
that's what
whatever
I
he
mean.
wanted.
I mean, in
Personally.
terms of whatever he wanted.
I don't think he had anybody.
Like
to
he
call.
took it. Like Hitler took a day off.
Yes,
You think
I
he
don't
took
think
days
he.
off? I don't
he
think
probably
Why he
didn't.
went golfing?
He probably didn't have somebody to report to and say, "Hey, I get a little bit of a sore throat
Well, like
today."
Kim Jong Un, he doesn't have days off, right? Well, he doesn't even shit. I don't even know where I took this.
Actually,
tell
I
you that?
apologize. Yeah, no, they say that there's so much propaganda. I think in North Korea that their people don't even believe that he shits or eats or sleeps or anything.
Hold on, I'm going to look this up because
he's a freak.
I remember reading this thing about
twerks.
this 10 myths North Koreans are told about Kim Jong Un.
Well, the British people didn't think the Queen pooped.
I think she
She
did.
was
not
like,
true.
so she went 96 years and never
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, never.
That old,
Never.
Wow.
They believe
that old
that.
bat.
Why would
All
they
right.
think something like that?
I think just because she's like a
Royal?
So
Yeah,
Roadie?
she's
people
above
in
shitting.
North Korea, Kim Jong Un's father Kim Jong Il claimed that he invented the hamburger, and people believe in North Korea that he invented the hamburger.
That would suck.
Or Kim say, they claim that sawdust was full of nutrients in North Korea.
Fed it to people.
Encouraging citizens to chow down on building byproducts
That's just
in
dumb.
regular times of famine. They say supernatural bodily functions for Kim Jong Il. For Un, Kim's official biography stated he never needed to use the toilet
Yeah.
because his body was so well calibrated he didn't urinate or defecate.
Yeah.
And then they say magical beginnings. According to his official biography, Kim Jong-il's birth atop a sacred mountain saw a new star created and winter turned to spring. However, records kept the Soviet allies show he was born in a Siberian village.
That sounds miserable.
They say he's a fashion icon.
No.
Kim Jong-il's signature gray military style was being celebrated by the world's top fashion designers, according to state media, who quoted an unnamed French designer saying, Kim Jong-il mode, which is now spreading expeditiously worldwide, is something unprecedented in the world's history. Have you ever been on Kim Jong-il mode?
No.
Let's see. And then two of the top myths. There's no such thing as the internet. The only people with access to the internet in North Korea are government officials, and the state tells its citizens it's notion invented by the West. So no internet. We wouldn't be doing this in North Korea. They can't listen to us. And then number 10, fake village. Keen to encourage South Koreans to migrate, the North Korean government built Peace Village near the border of the 1950s. Propaganda says 200 families live happily and work in the village, but observers say it's houses in North Korea. Soldiers manning artillery stations pointed south. There is no village.
Yeah, it's just like cardboard.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's take a quick break. It's getting hot in here. I got to air out. All right, we'll be back.
He said it's cardboard.
Air it out.
You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast, but you don't just have to listen to the podcast. We have some other stuff out there, too, like Bettor's Last Stand, our sports betting show covering all things sports and betting. Or Soup and Stuff, where Soup sits down with business owners, athletes, and other professionals for good conversation. Or, if you want to listen to us live, you can tune into The Watchdog, FM 98.1 or AM 1600. Or you can listen live online at thewatchdognetwork.com. You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast.
We were talking deadly animals, but no, we're going to get off animal talk and talk about some other things, including history. You guys want to hit some of these history notes? We got a couple history things in here to maybe talk about. I'll send this to you, say, if you want to see some history, but there's some decent stuff on here. We read some of it on the radio today. Actually, yeah, most of it on the radio, but there's some stuff that we left off and some things that are on here. So I'm going to start us off this week in history. I'm going to go all the way to, let's see. I want to go to, where should I go? Oh, I'll go to May 20th, 1932. Amelia Earhart becomes the first woman to fly across the Atlantic from Newfoundland to Londonderry. And then she shot it down pretty quick.
I actually was going to say the same thing. She shut it down probably shortly after that,
She
right?
crashed and burned.
Yeah,
She's in the triangle, right?
Nobody knows.
I never know.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
She's in Tahiti.
What do you think? No. All right, no, you don't.
That's where her remains are?
No, she's still alive.
How old was she?
She wrecked in
be?
32.
Yeah, but she found the youths over there.
Wait a second. Oh,
yeah,
found you.
Well, in the triangle, what happens in the triangle?
Well,
The Bermuda
Death.
Triangle?
Yeah, that's where she went. I
Is that
think
where
she,
you like just disappeared?
What
Hope
happened?
you guys aren't flying through that.
unfortunately, say she'd be 115 years old. So I think she shut it down. Let's see.
Sorry.
Let's look up the Bermuda Triangle.
Bless me, I'm sorry.
The effects of the Bermuda Triangle. I've heard that some people have theories that there's like this big pocket of methane gas underneath of the ocean, the ocean will release these big pockets of methane gas, and what happens is methane gas makes water super what's the opposite of dense?
Buoyant?
No, the opposite. What would be the opposite of dense? Or what would be the opposite of
Less dense?
More dense.
So they make it makes the water super light, and boats can't float. So they're saying that could be
How the fuck is that possible?
Well, they say there's
boats
this.
can't
thing?
float.
They say there's a giant a giant pocket of methane gas, and when it bubbles up,
What's producing meth over there?
Methane gas.
Well, yeah.
Who is producing?
It says there's. I'll look it up. But
you might as well sailing over that triangle, and all of a sudden you just
you
bottom out.
Never make it back. Yeah.
The U.S. Navy estimates that there are around 50 ships and 20 aircrafts that have gone missing there.
I don't believe that.
Despite these figures, data does not show the disappearances are more likely in this spot.
But for something like that, why hasn't the whole world just came together and like, all right, let's send everybody there and figure out what's going on in this triangle?
Well, Job, you'll like this. Some have theorized that the area is a hotbed of alien activity.
That's a big theory.
They abduct humans in this area for study.
Oh, we talked to a meteorite expert today on the radio.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd they say? That's a rock?
He talked about like a bunch of meteors, like the way that they found them, and I've done a lot of looking at the Chicxulub meteorite. That you know about the Chicxulub?
Yeah.
How do you know about the Chicxulub?
I read about it.
What is it?
It's a meteorite.
Nice.
Job,
it's a meteorite that destroyed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, the big
landed
one.
in the Yucatan Peninsula. They got these cenotes with water in them, and they find these fucking crazy meteorite remains and stuff.
Job, it also says that some suggest that it's the real life location of the lost city of Atlantis, therefore making it a portal to another dimension.
I hate Atlantis.
Wow. You don't like real. Water.
It's not real.
Most say that the most likely is that many tropical storms and hurricanes pass through this area. The Gulf Stream can cause sudden changes in weather. There's a geomagnetic anomaly that causes things to go haywire, but I don't know. I think we've flown over it before. I believe.
I'm looking up. So the Chicxulub meteorite that smashed into the Yucatan Peninsula, which is actually, I think, relatively close to the Bermuda Triangle. I could be wrong on that, but the Chicxulub, where it hit the Yucatan Peninsula, it was so big. It was a 100 million megaton blast. That devastated the Gulf of Mexico region. The blast generated a core of superheated plasma in excess of 10,000 degrees. Although the thermal pulse would be relatively short, a handful of minutes, it would have been lethal for nearby life. And I read that, like, if you were within a certain mileage, all the skin on your body was instantly incinerated. Like, the whole layer of your skin was third-degree burns instantly.
I'd love to know where you learned all of this.
It's fun to learn about destruction.
I had a student that listened to the podcast, and he came in my class and was like, the guy that's real pale with the long hair.
Real pale?
Yeah.
Wait, that's my descriptor? Is pale?
Sorry, I should have left that out. But he said,
that's my descriptor?
He said you're a genius.
I hate it now.
Well, I mean, you don't see the sun much.
Yeah, I mean, you're all white. Like,
the guy.
What happened to your legs? You get bit?
No, we talked about that last episode.
It's like a bullet hole.
That's what I said. It looks like a shot.
Shot in his shin.
Jeez, Louise.
What do you think you're tan, John? I mean,
no, but I didn't think I was like real pale. I didn't think
Red's pale.
Yeah, but I'm not.
He's darker than Job.
Way darker.
Yeah.
God.
Look how white you are, John.
Yeah,
you're like a fucking gallon of milk.
If you're listening to this, they're comparing their
well,
leg.
now I just feel like
color.
shit.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being pale.
No, but that makes me seem like I got something wrong with me.
Say,
You're kind of sick.
Like I got
sickly.
I got
No, he
disease.
didn't mean it like
The guy
that.
that's
you're a disease-riddled kid.
the guy that's real pale.
He was trying to describe you, so I knew who you were talking about, and of course it worked.
Wait, so he said real pale, and you went on, boom, bingo, that's it. It's him.
Yes.
He's ghastly.
Well, he also said you're a genius.
Well, I'm not like a vampire. I'm not.
I mean, come on. You're taking it the wrong way.
Anyway, go ahead. What did he say?
I told you what he said.
What
he
he
called you
said?
pale and a genius because you know everything.
What a great fucking descriptor for me. I'm a pale genius.
Hey, Jarrett, I just when you said ghastly, looked up the definition. It says causing great horror or fear. Frightful.
Yeah, that's about it. And that's correct too.
You know what? And the other one Extremely unwell. He always felt ghastly first thing in the morning.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
You're ghastly.
You're ghastly.
Or he's gassy.
Yes.
I was gonna say I like this one. I don't like. Actually, I'm not even gonna bring this up because we're having fun. That's very depressing. I'll bring up a better one. May 21st, 1980. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back opens in the U.S. Probably I'd say second best Star Wars movie. If you would.
I was
number
never a
one.
Star Wars fan.
What?
What's number one?
Revenge of the Sith. Number one for sure.
Yeah, Chris, you like RoboCop 2.
Why we were talking about that recently? But why was it
your
two?
brother Tim wanted to? We had on our movie day. He didn't want to see Rambo or Duel or Southern Comfort. He wanted to watch RoboCop 2.
RoboCop 2. Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
I don't say a lot of people probably didn't, but him.
Neither have I. Yeah. Anything else here on the history list we want to talk about?
I got something here. I just
go ahead, Chris.
May 21st, 1969. Sirhan sentenced to death for the murder of Bobby Kennedy, who was campaigning to run for president. And I thought this was funny because Sirhan's still alive. He's I think he's like 79, but this is just messed up because I don't get how these lawyers always, because he was sentenced to death, but we got to save him. So they did some type of plea deal, but I just thought this was interesting. So he was convicted in 1969 and said 3 years later his sentence was commuted to life in prison owing to the California Supreme Court decision People versus Anderson, which ruled that capital punishment is a violation of the California Constitution, prohibition against cruel and unusual punishment. But I guess killing him cold blood with a gun isn't cruel and unusual. So Sirhan's still alive at age, I think, 79.
Is that his real name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sirhan B. Sirhan. He looks like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
He
But
looks like a complete dickhead.
and so then that decision, and it said then in February the decision was retroactive, invalidating all existing death sentences in the state of California. So everybody got a stay of execution.
Well,
but I don't get it. And you know what I was thinking the other day, and you were talking, it was on the radio, I think, about those. Weren't there some guys that escaped from prison?
Yeah,
that was
from
Philadelphia?
Philly. Mm-hmm.
But why aren't those guys? Weren't they both murders?
Yeah, multiple? One of them's a murder. The other one's on drug charges.
No, they got one of them. They captured one of them. I saw.
I hope they got the murderer.
But the murderer, no, I don't think they did.
But
they killed like 3 more people when they got out.
But why aren't these people put down? Why do they even house them?
Well,
it's just
they say that like a majority of people that are incarcerated for like violent crimes or even anything, when they're released, there's like a 70% chance of reoffending with the same thing. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you're a murderer,
if you're on death row, how would you want to go out?
Like, if I get to pick the way I died,
like chair, bullet,
throw me out of a plane.
Jesus!
Oh my God! I said that.
Like right in the middle of a city.
What?
Smash it. Can you imagine if I smashed into a taxi in like Times Square?
Be horrible.
I never thought you were going to say that. I mean, I can see, a firing squad or.
They pull me up in the air and they say, "All right, leave your last rites." I say, "Give them a thumbs up," and then I eat like a thing of yogurt or whatever they give me to eat.
You get your own meal.
Get the best meal you could ever have.
Oh, yeah, I'd eat it on the way up.
The plane's all
I'd eat it on the way up.
Yeah, spilling all over.
And then I get to pick the destination to which they dump me out.
What are you picking?
He said New York.
Times Square.
You wearing clothes?
No.
Are they going to drop you
45,000 feet?
Or 45,000?
Yeah, right where we break into stratosphere.
You would like ignite. You might not even make it down. You would like
bag of bones.
Does anybody know, though, at what point do you die?
I'd probably die before I hit the ground, probably.
Yeah.
You think?
No.
Wait, why?
Because you'd probably pass out. You probably couldn't breathe.
How fast would you be going?
Well, terminal velocity.
You would you would just burn up in the atmosphere.
I figured Red would know.
I mean, the problem is you're going to be so cold. It's like, 20,000 feet, you're probably like negative 25 degrees Celsius. You get up a little higher.
Is it that cold?
And he's butt naked.
This like negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit probably.
This is in a stable.
Oh wow!
Probably freeze.
In a stable belly to earth position, terminal velocity of a human body is about 200 kilometers an hour, which is 120 miles per hour. A stable free fly head down position, like if I'm like. And I'm going to pencil hard. I'm going to pencil hard. Yeah. And
like you were diving on.
Like diving, like hands to the side, head down. And
your ankles would end up
right when I get to the end, then I spread out. Then I maximum carnage. But I would do about 150 to 180 miles per hour.
Wait, so if you were going that fast, would you die? You would die from that?
Well, let's see how cold it is. Let's see. What was it?
If it's anywhere near that, you're dead.
50. And you said that was at 20,000 feet.
Well, no, it's like negative 20s. It depends on the season too, but like 20,000 feet is probably negative 20 Celsius. So
he wants to go 40,000
feet.
Yeah,
I would
double
45.
What plane taking you up there?
Red will take
well, this is a costly execution. Jesus Christ.
No, I'd try to get him. So the stratosphere ends. Well, let's see. I'd want him to get me. I'd want him to get me out there. Like I'd want him to get me.
Are they going to have flight attendants on this plane?
Yeah. I mean, well, I'll get it. It's going to be a nice vehicle,
right? Because you get first.
I get
you're
food.
In first class.
I get food.
Job. You don't get just
but you get
nice plane.
You only get good food.
I get some dog shit plane. Like
well, how's it going to go to 45,000 feet?
Wait, it'd take a while. We'd probably have to do a midair fueling, but.
You'd end up being like D.B. Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't find you when you came down.
They land in a haystack.
But I'd try to go. I'd try to hit something, like smash something. But I don't think I could probably aim myself. But I could probably if I got close enough.
He can't aim himself. How?
I mean, divers can adjust course
with equipment. You're naked.
Yeah. So like you in the plane and just you think you know where you're targeted and you just say nah.
Well they do all that. I don't say now. I'll say I'll pick the destination before I take off.
You like end up in Lake Erie.
Right.
He'll land where no one else is at and it won't affect anybody.
It's just like some guy on a boat would just see splashing off. But like a pebble. Like a
no, I get to pick it. I get to pick
But
it.
No, I'm saying you would just get so off course you'd end up in Lake Erie.
I'd try to get somewhere residential.
Would you want it televised?
Why? What are you trying to kill other people?
No,
residential.
No, but I mean, think about the story. If you're in New York City and you're walking in Main Street, you just got a big slice of like New York style pizza. Your buddy's got a chicken on a stick, and a guy smashes at terminal velocity in the ground in front of you. You'd never be the same. You'd never be the same.
What's more likely to happen is he tells the news about all this. They have all these cameras everywhere in New York City, and he goes way off course, and no one ever sees nothing.
Right.
You would be like D.B. Cooper. You're right,
Yep.
Chris.
I think
Did
if
they
you
really never find D.B. Cooper?
I don't think.
No,
Who the hell is
he
D.B.
died. He died. D.B. Cooper, the Phantom of the Sky.
Yeah, he stole that money, didn't he?
He
200,000,
and then jumped out of a plane. Nobody ever saw him.
He handed a lady a note, and she didn't read it. And he said, "Hey, we might want to read that note." And she still didn't read it. And he just spoke up and said, "I have a bomb," because he wouldn't read it.
Yeah.
He looked like a real.
He probably planned that for
real
years.
weirdo.
Well, Job, if you survive your fall, all charges are dropped.
And then I'm going feet first. Feet first.
That's what they should do. If you can survive something like hideous, you get off the charge.
What else would be hideous? Whoa, my left ear just went out.
Yeah, so did I.
Christ, I thought I lost all my hearing.
Okay, there we go. It's coming back. We just got EMP'd.
Oh my God.
That's so weird.
Oh my gosh, that hurt.
I thought I was in real danger there. My hearing was actually gone.
Yeah, but what else would be like I don't know.
We're losing.
We're losing it again. I'll have to check it here in a second. Hold on. Let's take a quick minute break and I'll fix this. Okay, we fixed the issue. At least I think I did. We're talking about we were talking about D.B. Cooper. What were we talking about?
We were.
Well, we were talking about your last meet or your
Yeah.
you jumping out of the plane.
And then Red said that I'd get up there and we'd hit turbulence and I'd drop it all. And then they say it's it. You got nothing. That's all right. I wouldn't need to eat first.
Well, you first. You said you were just going to eat a yogurt.
Yeah, like you were just going to like lick it and just jump off.
As long as you don't request one of those cum burgers.
Fly up on a sonic plane.
Yeah. Fun conversation.
Yes.
Anybody with a hot pick, cold mug? Anything you want? Anything you got gripes about? Anything?
I kind of said mine about Arby's line being too long.
Okay, all right, cool.
Cold mug goes out to you. Oh,
There goes this fucking thing.
It's back.
I'll check it I'll check it.
No, it's back now.
all right. Well, cold mug goes out to Jub. I know how much work you put into designing that beer, the
Aw.
advertisement page, and
Aw.
it looks awesome. So
Aw.
keep it up, Jub.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, I got to talk with one ear. Jeez Louise, that's weird.
Now, welcome to my
That's
life.
back.
That's what half depth's like.
All right.
Well,
Jarrett,
John.
anything?
No, not really. Just go buy clothes from the store.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a new shirt in there. He ain't good.
Yeah, he ain't good.
One of the
shirts up.
first quotes of
Where's that come from?
That was the first episode of the podcast, and somebody asked me about the.
It was in March Madness, and somebody asked you why a team wasn't good or why a
No.
player wasn't
What he said. What about some kind of position on a basketball field? What about the
Basketball field. The basketball field.
basketball court? He said.
Somebody
Oh,
asked you
no,
about a
asked me
player,
about a forward, and then they said, well, what about the backward? And I said, nah, he ain't good.
Yeah.
He ain't good.
He ain't good.
Jeff absolutely loved that.
Yeah,
Jeff.
so he ain't good. That's in the shop now.
Yeah, the
Go check that out.
Saturday shirts are in there now. 4 of them.
Those are fun. I don't think. Have you talked about that on here?
No, we're. Did I? No, I think I did.
Last
I think
time.
I did
that's how
last
we
time.
brought
Okay.
the flip
Yeah,
flops.
but not. We'll do a video. We'll put it on social here probably within the next few days to explain
Yeah.
what we're gonna do with that.
We're trying to do a video for the beer that'll involve waterfalls and horses and all
I thought I was
kinds
going
of
to
stuff.
say whores. When you said that.
I mean
Horses.
that too, I guess.
Yeah, I
but,
guess we could try.
send us an email. Anything, Chris? You got anything?
I'm just looking forward to the beer. That's
right.
exciting, and your logos. I don't know if that's a finished product, but that looks awesome.
Yeah,
and hopefully it'll get so big. We'll just say, pour me a PRL.
Oh
Yeah,
Right?
PRL.
Oh,
Give
I
me a
like
Instead of
PRL.
PBR.
Yeah, I like that.
PBR.
PRL.
Give me a tall PRL.
Oh, I like that.
That's not
A
too
pearl.
hard. Yeah.
All right, I like that.
Maybe we'll
All
get
right.
billionaires.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
well.
just quit this and
It's
sell
gonna be
beer.
Just sell
delicious.
beer.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well, I guess
We can just do
around.
well if we have all the money. We can just do this on our own time and
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
whenever.
do
We don't have to
We'll
do it.
fuck
We can
around.
do it like at 11:30 on a
On
Tuesday,
a Monday.
on,
Yeah,
on a
doesn't
Wednesday. Yeah.
Sunday night.
Yep,
Not
it
doing
doesn't
anything.
matter.
I don't have
But-
anything.
no.
We talked to Scott Schennerline on the radio, who's the what's his official position? Executive Director of the Wheeling Heritage. Talked about Wheeling, all the stuff going on here. I know we always shit on the roads and the stuff going around Wheeling and how terrible the traffic is and whatnot, but eventually it'll be nice.
Yep.
And we'll have a great place to live and enjoy. So that's a bit of a cold mug, I guess. Red is off camera, I think. He's on camera a little bit.
Slightly. Right in the corner.
He is in town. I guess that's my cold mug. Red being in town. Red's in town from Mizzou.
How long are you in town for?
About a week.
When did you get in?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. So he came in to check out the studio and hang out for a little bit. I think we're going to go grab a bite to eat, go grab the Pine Room Burger, and enjoy the rest of the week. We got No Better's Last Stand this week because Matt is in Ocean City, and then Chris, Jarrett, and I are headed over to Ocean City in the following week, and then more to come. Just more stuff coming. Keep a lookout for everything we got going on. Stay tuned on social media. Check out the new clothes. Listen to the radio station. Get in touch. But that's all I got. That's all these guys. So for myself, Red,
Cheers.
Cooley, Jarrett, and Chris, that'll do it for us
Thank
here
you,
in the
Job.
here in the studio. And we will see you here next time in the
Peace.
Pine Room.
Bye bye.
Well, it's that time. The coolers are empty, the food's all gone, and the games are over. But that's all right. There's always next week. Follow us on social media to keep up to date with future shows and send any questions, comments, or topics you'd like us to discuss to contact@thepineroompodcast.com. Until then, we'll see you here next time in the Pine Room.